Battle control initialized.
Hello all, got a replay here from a while ago. I'm using Russia as always, my opponent's using Ukraine. The map, Grand Canyon. It's from a while ago, like I say, this replay. It's an interesting one though, because the battle goes a certain way and then turns, so it's an interesting one and worth showing. Because it's from a while ago, there'll be a lot of differences in my playstyle and my build order, all sorts of differences, and I've seen how poorly some of my engagements are fought in this game. They are shocking. Some of it's terrible, but the tactics used, it works and it's a fun game. My opponent's doing a better job of capturing. I've been pushed back. I'm over at this oil here, my first capture by the looks of it. My opponent has won. He's captured the communication centre in the middle, which is always good because it gives you a lot of extra view range, the comm centre. I've captured one, I'm going for my second. My opponent's going for their second oil. Having the comm centre is a good advantage. Let's see my old-fashioned build order: 2 refs and a war factory. My third ref. We'll see. It won't be service depot quickly, I don't think. It is. It's my build order I'm using now, but I wasn't using. I'm assuming it won't be power plant and 3 barracks after it then, because I just shouldn't be using the same build order. Not at this point. Power plant, which is obviously needed, so I was wrong on that, but nothing can be done. My opponent's scouting around, and then a barracks. Yeah, well, it's the same build order, I didn't know. I guess I don't know. I don't remember this replay, that's all. My engineer, I've got tanks coming out now, my barracks, I'm building my expansion refinery. The build order is different because I've only got 3 barracks when I should have 4 in the new build order. Obviously it is working, it's an effective build order, but the missing barracks and the timing probably isn't as good. Our first bit of combat has gone badly for me, but I've got a second army arriving. Should micro that, I would do so now. My tanks would target his tanks instead of wasting the shots on infantry. At least the screening position's effective there, but he should have killed that long ago. Repairs, there's a lot of things I'm not doing. Army values are close. We've actually, looks like we've got, what do we call them, crates on this map turned on, which would be a mistake. Unless my opponent set the game up, I'm not sure. Still haven't repaired my barracks, it's terrible. I'm expanding there at least. My opponent's army's growing slightly quicker than mine. He's got a scout over there, so he's doing better than me. In that sense. He's left his engineer here though. Wonder if we had a... Oh, I might have lost my engineer. I've launched an attack here. It's gone badly. At least I saved what units I could. I'm destroying his capture captured one of my close oil derricks. I've destroyed it. If I've lost my engineer, that's why. I've got cash though. I should have. There's another mistake. Should have captured it. Army values are fairly equal. My opponent's got more money, but I've got more ore trucks. Army values are very close. Well out of there. You shouldn't let your tanks move away from your infantry, because while my tank is fighting his infantry on its own, its weapons are ineffective. His infantry can just kill it. Even rifles, they'll kill my tank while my infantry isn't attacking, when it could be. So like the flame tower is screening for my infantry, screening enemy fire, they get to attack the enemy. So there's no use my tanks being off on their own, because my troops can't attack, and it cost me that engagement because it was terrible positioning. Could have taken the defender's advantage and everything, but that terrible example of positioning has just shown you that you can lose if you position wrong. And there was no need for me to have lost that engagement. Should be placing those defences, preparing micro those rocket troops down, push them back. My opponent looks like they're very willing to attack, so they are losing units by attacking when they shouldn't necessarily do that. They know where my units are concentrated, so they shouldn't keep attacking there until they lose all their units. They should attack somewhere else, because look, there's nothing protecting any of this. He's got V2s now, and if I continue to push, I'll hit his base defences. He's got V2s, he's got excellent view range from that comm centre there. Look, you can see everything. So I shouldn't be attacking there. Looks like I'm starving for ore. I pushed it further than I should. Wasting units, killed nothing, didn't even finish the Tesla coil. It was a very good game for an example of what you should not do. Just switched to using flames, which is nice. I've got build roads. These flamethrowers have pushed my infantry back, fried them. My army's gone. What's he thinking? Let's have a look. I've moved over here, expanded forward, got a second war factory again. That's it. I've got an ore truck on the way to its death, probably. He's expanding to this patch of ore at the same time I am. See, he's got free reign against my home base. There's nothing I can do to stop him. He should have pushed on there and it would have finished me. Because if he destroys my service depot and war factory, I'd be stuck back to building APCs for screening, although this group of tanks would help me. But he should have just pushed on and finished my base. He could have captured it or destroyed it, wrecked it, whatever. He should have just done that. Although I would have had both of my MCVs alive. But this distraction has caught his attention. But he decided against pushing on. He should have immediately pushed to my home base and wiped it. There was nothing to stop him. And my skills at this point, you know, it would have been over. And because he's got V2s in this engagement, I'm lucky not to have been wiped out immediately. But I'm doing okay, holding on, okay. V2s aren't being used particularly well. Not that they need to be, look, excellent, he's wiping me out. But I've taken out the V2s, which is important. Got the advantage of this engagement, which is where the ore is that we're fighting for. You see, at least I'm fighting and losing units for a reason. So at least I've got that going for me. I'm earning money at this point while I'm fighting. So I'm losing units and it doesn't look like I'm gaining much. Ouch. But I am at least doing it for a reason. Both desperate for ore by the looks of it. I'm expanding here. Let my attention's well drawn. Eventually I'll get the message and start to defend properly. And I develop a plan, an idea at this point. Because this Tesla coil, I can do without that. Our armies have shrunk. But this is the point I change my tactic. You'll see over here my primary production is changed. And that's the start of the plan. I do move around behind the front line here, but I think I turn back, which was a bit of a mistake. I'll get the V2s on. I'm not sure if that one survives. I'm still building units up here, holding the front line. Yeah, this tank's drawing some units away. Look at that. It's drawing a V2 away that could have done a lot of damage in the meantime. That's it. He shouldn't follow a single unit like that. He should order primary production here and send a couple to head me off, because I've sent that tank to get his ore trucks. He's done the right thing attacking there though, but now I've changed my production. So I've started to consolidate here. See, I'm moving the MCV out. I've got an ore truck there. My enemy's way ahead in tech. Will I get a second? I blocked the production, the gathering of ore there, the mining blocked it up, and got a second ore truck in a moment. Yeah, got him. These guys are going round. See, I've pulled back from here completely. I've set up one MCV there, and I'm gathering an army here. That one tank, I forgot about it, so that's a shame. I've caught his attention. It's caught my attention, sorry. I wonder if it survives. These guys could save him. No, that's a shame. It looks like he's dying, and he didn't do very well in the engagement. Right, my opponent's cleared that up, and I'm buying time with that. And attacking on both sides. There we go. So hopefully I'll realise they're idle. My attention must be here, yes. Take out those defences. I've got the service depot with a couple of riflemen, but I'm letting him attack here. I'm not spending any resources on defending any of this at all. I'm buying time and space and drawing his units away so I can win the engagement elsewhere. And I'm setting up expansions at the same time. I should have captured here. Should have set up a barracks there, built an engineer and captured the lot of this. Oh, they've been idle for a long time, that's a shame. I'm building more forces. He should have carried on. You should commit to your tactical choices. I've cleared that area up. These aren't idle anymore, so that's gone. Right, he sent a small force there, and these guys... Excellent, they've met up just as his forces arrive. V2s. Let's see. It's essential to waste the enemy's V2 shots if you can. There we go, I've cleaned up that there. My attention's drawn here. I've cleaned that engagement up well. This tank, what have I ordered it to do? Yes, I've saved it at least. So it was a change of tactic after I'd been pushed and couldn't get any further and was struggling to fight over resources. I decided to trade all that side of my base and that side of the map and rally an army elsewhere, launch a few distraction raids and then destroy the enemy's foundation, their infrastructure, and let his main army continue attacking. And I traded what I'd built in the second portion of my build. So I traded that time and space and just let the opponent destroy it. I didn't put up any defence whatsoever, so he may have thought I had very few units. He may have thought he'd won that game. The likely first sign he got was when I was attacking here, and then he may have realised what the situation was. But there was 2 points in the game he should have pushed on with his army and destroyed this, because I've got too much of an advantage now. I think I know it anyway at this point. But it was a good game, a good battle, and it lasted. It's still going. It's a 20-minute game nearly. It's still going. So I got my own V2s now. Excellent. I apologise for the colour schemes we're using. You can probably hardly tell our armies apart, so I apologise for that. But it was still worth showing because of the change in tactics that I used. It worked brilliantly. And you can be losing a game and have all your army destroyed and be in a terrible situation, but it doesn't matter. What matters is using what you've got effectively. So, and changing your tactic, adapting to the situation. That's more important. Using what you have got is more important than how much you have. Look at the army graphs up and down like a seismograph, that one. Yeah, it was a good game, that. Earnings, we were struggling for resources as well. I definitely was. A lot of kills and stuff. A good battle. I wanted to show that one. It was an example of a change of tactic and also an example of how you shouldn't play and pointing out those terrible errors. Well, thank you very much.
Battle control terminated.